For as long as I can remember, politicians have been liars. There's nothing new about that. It's the price we pay for the average American being, sorry, just not that smart. It really wouldn't take much effort to see through the lies, but unfortunately, most of us just can't be bothered. Hence the reason that CNN, MSNBC, the New York Times, and the Washington Post are still in business. But as far as I can remember, this is the first time I'm seeing a political platform that is so full of lies that its stated positions and values are the complete opposite of its actual intentions. Kamala Harris's Joy campaign is a classic example. As has been shown over and over again during the course of her political life, Kamala Harris's intent is not to create joy for humanity, it's to create misery. This is the honest intention of all those on the far left. In their worldview, humanity is a blight on an otherwise unspoiled planet, a blight that does nothing but defile, degrade, and destroy. The worldview of Kamala Harris is that humans need to be punished. The justification for the punishment really isn't all that important. It might be alleged environmental damage. It might be the natural and necessary fact that in humanity, as in nature, true equality is a death sentence. It might be the laughably illogical premise that it's just fine to be a racist as long as you're the right kind of racist. Never mind the fact that using an emotion as the basis of a political campaign is a good way to bring us back to the primitive practices of our distant ancestors. My friend Christian Watson covers that issue quite well in the video I've tagged here. Let's just stick for the moment with the fact that advocating for the murder of unborn children right up to and even some cases after the moment of birth, the fact that their anti-life messaging would result in fewer and fewer humans on the planet until we finally disappear altogether, the fact that they want to make us less happy, sicker, less comfortable, and that those provably true agenda items are the actual basis of their wanting to get power over us. Let's limit our discussion today to these less philosophical and more practical problems. Are we so far gone, and I guess we're going to find out pretty soon, aren't we? But are we so far gone that someone can tell us to believe them instead of our own eyes, and that we will somehow go along with that? We got a taste of this with her predecessor, the man that she, even today, is telling us is a sharp, effective leader, even though she just participated in a coup which removed him from power without so much as one vote being cast. A coup specifically implemented because it became obvious for all to see that Joe Biden was in severe cognitive decline and utterly incapable of running the country. Anyway, after running on a platform of healing the nation, bringing people together, Joe Biden ran the most divisive, hateful, and negative presidency in history. He even outdid the second most divisive president in history, Barack, you didn't build that, Obama. If Harris wins this election, she will make the Biden and Obama deceptions look tame by comparison. Most of us are familiar with the concept of a tipping point. It's the point at which, after a long and usually drawn out series of events heading toward a conclusion but not quite reaching it, one or more seemingly small events occurs and results in violent change. Someone once asked Ernest Hemingway how he went bankrupt, and his answer was two ways: gradually and then suddenly. If Kamala Harris wins this election, I believe it will result in a series of cascading events which may very well result in the end of our republic as we know it today. Because it will mean two things. One, we will be in a position where more than half of the country will be either supporting a socialist-based agenda or too darn lazy to figure out what they're supporting. Second, Harris will build on the Obama and Biden legacies of increasing leftist extremity to the point it will become intolerable to some of the states in our union. Now, I've been wrong before, as I said in a recent video, but the way I see it, we're going to have to beat the odds to keep this thing together.